I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia. It's the Spider-Man 3 episode.
There's no fun
It's
intro.
kind of hot out. I'm kind of tired. Do you have an intro?
I don't.
Kate, have you ever seen Spider-Man 3?
I think so. He's going through some stuff. He gets like real moody. Maybe someone dies.
Where did you see this?
I don't know.
TNT?
Yeah, definitely in the background somewhere. Like he's going through some stuff, and then is that guy from that 70s show there?
He is. Topher Grace.
Topher Grace. Man, Topher.
I don't know any in real life. I don't know any Christophers who go by Topher.
It's an interesting choice, you know?
Well, what else do you remember?
Topher Grace is there. He's going through some stuff.
Uh-huh. Do you remember who he plays?
Bill Willington.
That's incredible, yeah. Eddie
His
Brock.
rival.
Eddie Brock. He is his rival in some ways. Yes.
I know about enemies to lovers. I know about Pokemon.
Oh, brother.
I know about all kinds of things. I know about rivalries.
Well, Kate, Spider-Man came out in 2002.
It sure did.
Spider-Man 2, 2004. Both were huge hits. So Sony, who made these, wanted to make Spider-Man 3. They get Sam Raimi to return as the director again to complete all three, you know.
Do we know him from something?
Sam Raimi?
Yeah, I know him from something.
Spider-Man 1 and 2. Evil Dead.
It was Evil Dead. He's a wacky guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he made that Doctor Strange movie. Yep.
You've listed like a large percent of his
I did really good, didn't I?
You got any more?
Evil Dead 2. Mm-hmm. Evil Dead 3. Mm-hmm. Army of Darkness. Mm-hmm. And every single one of those movies has black blood throw up.
How about actually, and with Venom,
Black blood throw up.
Symbiote. How do you say this word?
Black blood throw up.
Sam Raimi returns as director. The script is by Alvin Sargent, who wrote Spider-Man 2, but he's joined this time with co-writers Sam Raimi and Sam Raimi's brother, Ivan Raimi.
Do you think they had like tickle fights in the writer's room?
It premiered on May 4th.
Maybe they're more wrestling brothers. Do you think they're more tickle fight brothers or wrestling brothers?
Based on the fact that they're movie writers, I think tickle fight brothers.
You think they might be tickle fight brothers?
The movie,
Sam and Ivan, if you're listening.
It premiered on May 4th, 2007, making it officially the most recent thing we're ever going to watch in here. And then we got to stop. We got to go back.
We got to stop going forward in time.
We're going to go really far back in time next week, I think. But
for what?
Cool Sheet Classics.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, we're going real far back.
I hope you're ready.
We're going into your nightmares next week.
So, this movie, Spider-Man 3, was a financial success, but not as well received critically. Kind of same story as X-Men 3 from last week.
Which you really enjoyed, so.
Yeah, I think this will be fine. But one obvious problem with this movie, and this is a problem that always has afflicted superhero movies as long as they've existed.
Are the stakes too high?
The stakes are too high, but yes.
Is there black blood throw up?
There's black blood throw up, yes.
Are we bored?
The thing I was going to say, these are all valid, but the thing I was going to say is there's too many villains.
Too many villains.
They love to do this.
Got to keep track. Remember, and then it's like this guy brings his friend.
There's like
and
Batman versus the Joker, and then the next movie, Batman versus the Penguin and Catwoman and Christopher Walken. Like, this is...
Christopher Walken.
Remember we saw that?
Yeah, I get that. Where it's like, okay, we've spent the last two movies fighting one discrete thing. Mm-hmm. Now we have to fight many different things.
Yes.
And it just, it doesn't feel as, to me, right, when I see something like that, I'm just like, this is too many ideas, you know?
And it's like, it makes sense. They feel the need to raise the stakes. So an easy way to do that is fight 2 villains, 3 villains, whatever. But
who is he fighting this time?
Well, Sam Raimi's original vision for this movie was to focus on Harry Osborn, James Franco, true life villain.
True life villain.
He's going to
I would karate chop him if I saw him.
Take over, as like Green Goblin from Willem Dafoe, who died 2 movies ago.
Yep, already.
So it's going to be Harry Osborn and the Sandman and maybe the Vulture. Do you know any of these people from... You don't know your Spider... Would you like to read several Spider-Man comics?
No.
Okay, so Sandman is the most 60s Spider-Man villain. He's just a buff guy in a striped shirt who can turn into sand.
But the sand can move, in theory.
Oh, yeah. He can
He's not just a pile of sand.
No.
Here's what I'm picturing. I'm just picturing just a pile of sand with like a striped shirt atop it because he's become sand. And maybe the sand can like move in a way that's unsettling, but that's it.
He could like be a man and be sand, or he can like make himself even bigger he can like become huge.
Oh, does he like control all the sand on the earth?
More or less.
Can he like pull all the sand to him?
I don't know.
If he was in the Sahara Desert, done for.
He'd be really strong, I think. So that's Sandman. Do you know the Vulture?
Got wings.
He's like a bald guy, like hunched over with like a green like wings and a weird vulture suit. Very 60s. Remember,
Very
Sam
60s,
Raimi's
yeah.
whole thing is I'll make Spider-Man, but I want it to be reminiscent of what I read as a child, which was 60s and really 70s Spider-Man comics.
Okay.
So that was his idea, which still already had too many villains. A lot of people say
lot
if
of
Sam
villains.
Raimi could have just made the movie he wanted, it would have been so much better. But already
still
had too many
3
villains.
yeah.
Right. But the movie studio, Sony, is like, can we please put in a villain from the last, doesn't even have to be 10 years, maybe the last 20 years.
And it's like really hard to sell an action figure of Sandman because it's just messy. Like moms
kids love kinetic sand.
aren't gonna buy the sand action figure, you know? Parents aren't kowtowing to the slime and sand conglomerate yet. These moms in the early 2000s would be like, no, I'm not buying that sand item.
Sony convinces Sam Raimi to replace the Vulture. They're still going to put Sandman in, and people are still... I had a toy of Sandman. I didn't have a toy. I found him in a cereal box. I was pretty old. They're still going to have the Sandman, but they're going to swap out Vulture for Venom.
Oh, he's the edgy black blood throw-up guy.
Exactly.
They were like, oh, get that guy from that 70s show. He seems like he's got like a weird edge. And then it's like...
Does he?
Who knew that James Franco was the one who was going to be evil?
Topher Grace seems particularly edgy to me.
He seems like he would hurt you in a basement. He seems like sort of like a like the trope of like, oh, BTK was living among us and we never knew. You know?
Okay, that's an interesting take.
Right? He's too normal.
All right, because Venom's real thing is that he's supposed to be like a muscle-bound jock who then, like, his worst male impulses are amplified by the alien goo.
Maybe this guy's worst male impulses are amplified.
But I mean, he doesn't present... I mean, maybe I'm typecasting him because of that 70s show where he's kind of like a dork. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Could the Raimis and Alvin Sargent simply not have had a tickle fight to figure this out?
So
they'd be like, all right, whoever wins, we'll do that storyline.
No, I think they had to do what Sony told them to do. I think they had to compromise.
They couldn't have had a tickle fight with a conglomerate.
So they're going to put in Venom because he was invented in 1988, so this movie came out in 2007, and that's the most recent villain that they could convince Sam Raimi. And he's like, I have no idea who Venom is. I don't know. I didn't read these comics after I was a kid. But he did it, which... You know, people often will point to the idea that now his interest in making this has been compromised a little bit because he doesn't really have any strong feelings one way or another about Venom, and he's just making it to make a movie.
You know what would interest me? Money.
It was enough money for him to not say no to making it, certainly. The main cast returns, plus Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman. You know him? He was in Sideways.
He was in Sideways.
He's the non-Paul Giamatti in Sideways.
Yeah.
Topher
I can't
Grace.
believe you just described him as the non-Paul Giamatti.
Topher Grace as Eddie Brock in Venom. Bryce Dallas Howard as Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy is Peter Parker's original love interest before Mary Jane in the comics.
Oh, interesting.
Very important comic book character. So even though this movie came out and took some flack, it still was a success that they were ready to make a fourth one with Sam Raimi.
Wow.
And he was like, can I please put the Vulture in the movie now? And it was going to be John Malkovich as the Vulture because he's tall and bald.
Okay.
Anne Hathaway was going to play Felicia Hardy, aka the Black Cat. But then eventually Sam Raimi didn't like the scripts that were being written and he finally just said, all right, never mind. But at this time, Kate, Sony had a very specific contract with Marvel. In order to maintain the film rights to Spider-Man, Sony had to release a new movie within 5 years and 9 months of the release of the previous one. This is in the contract.
Wacky.
So now that Sam Raimi's out and they're having, like, the cast, like, wasn't willing to do a new one without Sam Raimi, you know, this happens a lot. Like, Tobey Maguire's like, well, I'm not going to be in it without Sam Raimi. So now Sony's like, oh no, we have to start over. And they're like, we barely have time to start over because we have to put this movie out within 5 years and 9 months. So they rush real fast and they make The Amazing Spider-Man in 2012, exactly 5 years after this movie came out.
Wow.
And just start over. New cast, new everything. It's like a reboot, you know?
Okay.
Anyway, my own experience with this, Kate, this movie's kind of special to me in a way, and kind of the whole Spider-Man series I think of as kind of a weird, I don't know, marker, goalpost, something in my childhood. Spider-Man 1 and 2, I saw with like older relatives. Like my grandma took me to see Spider-Man 1. My aunt took me to see Spider-Man 2, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was a kid, and that's who I went to see movies with mainly at that when I was really young. But Spider-Man 3, I went to with friends in high school, you know? Like we just all went to the movies, and it was like boys and girls, and it was like, ooh, who's gonna date who? You know, it was like
who's gonna sit next to who?
Yes, it was a completely different experience. Although we were running late to this stupid movie and had to sit in the front row, so I watched Spider-Man 3 from the front row, craning my
Straight
neck
up.
like this sucks.
Amazing. If your grandma or your aunt calls you and asks you to go to a movie, Go with him,
yeah,
guys.
you should go with him. So I have a special place in my heart for this, and I've always been ride or die with Sam Raimi because Evil Dead 2 is like my favorite movie. So anyway,
You ready to see some black blood
let's
throw up?
watch it. Let's revisit. I mean, well, you said you've seen it. When's the last time you think you saw this? Any of it? Over 10 years?
Sure.
Okay, so still a good, fresh experience for you.
He's like having edgy times. That's all I remember.
I hope you've considered a proper proposal. Your uncle had it all planned. He took me to the beach one Sunday. Oh, he was a knockout in his bathing suit. And I didn't look too bad myself. We were very good swimmers. And it was a beautiful day, and he said, let's swim to the island. And at the island, we found a perfect spot by an old tree. And we lay down and looked up at the sky. And then he said, close your eyes, May. And I did. And then he said, open them. And I did. And he was holding this ring. Dazzling. In front of me. I thought it was the sun. We'd been married 50 years. Come August. So, I hope you'll make it very special for Mary Jane. Do something she'll never forget.
I guess I should have had you read.
Nope. I'm not letting you do that again.
Well, so just like with Dark Phoenix, in the comics, him getting this black suit is super complicated in the comics because it's from this crossover thing called Secret Wars where he was teleported to a different planet and then this alien comes home with him. They couldn't do any of that, you know? And of course they couldn't. It's good that they didn't. But basically the comic book storyline was that he had this alien attached to his suit. His suit changed color from being red and striped to just black. But then he started to realize that the suit was like kind of making him be edgy, you know?
They're just doing the flippy page thing. I have to say, this is a good score. That little kind of like pounding string bit really always makes me think of Busy Spiders. So, all right, there's Toby. James Franco, real life villain. Would karate chop if I saw him in real life. All right, here's a flashback. Not a flashback. What am I saying? It's a recap. A recap.
Yeah, in the opening credits. Not as good as that Spider-Man 2 recap as these beautiful paintings by Alex Ross.
That was pretty. No, Uncle Ben.
Okay, Danny Elfman wrote that.
Of course he did. All right, this is a lot of recap.
You're getting it all. I mean, this is good. When's the last time you...
Yeah.
We haven't seen Spider-Man 1 or 2 in a really long time, so...
Good point.
Okay, remember? Norman Osborn died.
I always want to call him Ozzy Osbourne.
That was just Spider-Man 1.
Yep, that was one. That was it.
Are we getting 2 now? Uh-oh, the black blood throw up, as you call it.
We got a lot of black blood throw up already. And then we got sand blowing around. I would hate to have the sand combined with this like sticky tar blood. You know, it would be real bad. But we're not getting any Spider-Man 2 recap in any way.
They gave you, or is that right?
Yeah, they're like, that didn't happen.
It's like one of the most beloved superhero movies ever. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Doc Ock, he's there.
Wow, this is a really long, you're right, really
Such
long
a long
sequence.
opening credits. Oh, we had Jesus on the train. Yeah, we got a whole thing going on.
Mary Jane's always wet. They're always dunking her in water.
Mary Jane, pack a raincoat. All right, so she knows he's Spider-Man. She didn't get married to Ozzy Osbourne.
That's not who she was going to marry. Not Ozzy Osbourne, nor any Osbourne. Wasn't she going to marry J. Jonah Jameson's son?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
He's an astronaut.
He's getting too big for his britches, you know? I like that he's mouthing the words, but he only knows the word wonderful. That's it.
He's a goofball, you know?
What is his name? Harry?
Harry Osborn.
Of course Harry Osborn would have opera glasses. What an evil little dude.
I think he does in real life, too.
Yeah, I don't like him. That James Franco. Karate chop him. I would.
Hey, Kate, if you saw James Franco, would you karate chop him?
I would.
Guys, she's doing it. She's doing the chop.
James Franco would catch these hands. Oh, right. Harry still thinks that Peter Parker killed his dad.
I mean, he did, kind of.
I mean, he did, but...
He killed them by jumping.
Why does the inside of Tobey Maguire's ear look so wet?
Huh.
Look at it.
It really does.
It's a really shiny inside of his ear. Huh. Fascinating. All right, so here's the first of our villains, Baby Goblin.
Yeah, look at his cool new helmets. He doesn't want to look like a weird monster.
Oh, he got to be walking around like himself, James Franco, real life bad guy. Way to go, Tobey Maguire. Got no spidey senses there, let me tell you.
Check out his cool snowboard design, you know. His dad was on a spiky Halloween thing. He's on a cool hoverboard.
He's been to the X Games. You know, if my boyfriend was Spider-Man, I think I would simply not lay in his web.
Why not?
I just don't know. Where does the web... This is organic
It came
web.
out of his wrist.
I don't know. Just something about the secretion. I just don't think I would want it.
Just I want you to imagine every once in a while what this looked like from the front row. The weird, like that picture that would circulate of Oppenheimer
Yeah.
from the front row where his chin was huge.
Mary Jane Watson seems to have a lot of need for reassurance right now. You know, she's like, was I good? Was I good? Was I good? Tell me you love me. And I get it, girl. I get it. But what is that? All right, they were watching a meteor shower on top of his secretion web. Then just a meteor came down. Ain't nobody noticed.
They missed it because they were making out. They
Look
were
at
smooching.
that thing. Some real life space rock with black blood. It's like I'm in Evil Dead right now. Look at that thing. That is straight from Evil Dead.
It looks awesome. Just little gross tendrils gooping around.
What is this? Like, this is a pure chance encounter.
Yeah, it's kind of a lame. It's kind of a too much of a coincidence, right, for the storytelling. That
Yeah, it could have latched on to anyone. Bike messenger,
yeah.
father,
But again, in the comic, he got it from
delivery boy,
being in space, you know.
restaurateur.
But it chose Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, you have been chosen. I have chosen you by the goo. That's the goo. The symbiote.
Symbiote. I never know how to say it.
Who's that?
Thomas Hayden Church.
Thomas Hayden Church.
He's in old-timey prison outfit.
He is.
So
But why?
some sort of escaped convict.
All right, now he's hanging out in an apartment with a medically complex child. Don't get too close, Thomas Hayden. You just came from jail.
If I escape from jail, the last place I'd go is near a medically complex child.
Thank you.
Even my own.
Tuberculosis runs rampant through prisons. It's the close quarters. All right, so this is a villain that Sam Raimi wanted to have.
Yeah, down to the stripy shirt from the old comic.
Hold on. I really like his outfit choice. He's got like, it's very stylish actually. He's got like a cap sleeve knit sweater tee and then like a high rise linen pant. All right, Thomas Hayden.
It is from the original drawings
Look at
from
him.
the comic. It's exactly out of the
You would look
the
great in
comic
that
book.
outfit. It's actually a twill pant, it looks like. It's a twill pant. Correction. I just can't picture Thomas Hayden Church doing anything but swirling a Merlot.
Isn't this like a classic, like he committed crime to pay for his child's medical care, you know?
It's very Jean Valjean.
Jean Valjean coded.
Jean Valjean in the American healthcare system.
Put your cannula back in.
Just Peter Parker zooming around.
In a pre-e-bike world. That thing's got a gas engine.
Not me crying about Aunt May. Jesus. Way to go, Peter.
This is classic Sam Raimi humor, like just the noise of Peter Parker's
Yes.
loud motorized, whatever that is.
It's like a motor.
Like a moped.
Moped, yeah, it's like a moped. All right, here's Harry Osborn. We're fighting on a snowboard in the sky. Thank God Peter Parker's got this web secretion. He doesn't have to like strap anything on, you know? His
True.
body just makes it.
Because I don't know if he would be just wearing his web shooters, you know,
Yeah.
to go to Aunt May's.
Stupid Peter. This is too much zooming and flying.
But this is
Like
some good,
even for Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
this is good Spider-Man though. Stakes. You know,
Yes.
he's getting beat up by Harry Osborn in the sky, and he drops the wedding ring.
The engagement ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually this is good stakes right
But,
now. This is enough.
You're saying this fight is a little too much, a little too chaotic.
It's just, there's a lot of aerial stuff, you know? It just looks silly.
Yeah. Like, why wouldn't Harry Osborn just attack him on the ground?
Now, Peter Parker's got to go cut Harry Osborn's head off. Like, you have to take the head. What don't these people understand?
You don't
have
think
to
he
be
can just
ruthless.
convince him to lay off?
He's going to say, hey, quit it. You got to take the whole head. You have to remove the head from the
Oh,
body.
look, he looked like he was dead, and Peter Parker freaked out and brought him to the hospital. He's taking the opposite of your advice, Kate.
All right, so the extra wrinkle is that
The farmer
Thomas
from
Hayden
Babe
Church.
is-
Thomas Hayden Church is the person that they've tied to Ben Parker's homicide.
I thought the wrinkle was that the farmer from Babe is
Bryce Dallas Howard's dad. Why wouldn't they just use Ron Howard? Like, that's just silly. You got a daddy right there. He's literally just around in Hollywood. He probably went to visit the set to be like, hey, how's it going, Bryce Dallas Howard?
Uh-oh, he fell in sand.
I always do like in these stupid like old comic book villains when they're like, how did the Sandman become made of sand? He got irradiated near sand or something. You know what I mean?
Like, what are they doing here? Right, just some sort of...
Like some kind of evil sand-based science experiment. where they get to use words like demolecularization.
Yeah, like, what were they doing? We're going into his DNA.
All right. His whole DNA has been replaced with sand. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. All right, there he goes. Bye, Thomas Hayden. Bye-bye. Look, he dissolved into sand. I felt very Sam Raimi for some reason, didn't it? Oh, this is great. Harry Osborn is okay, but he has amnesia.
This is the most soap opera comic book.
So funny.
Nonsense. It is pretty funny.
It's like he
right?
doesn't remember the accident or anything that happened to him recently.
So
maybe since the death of his father.
Yes, if he recently found out that you were involved in his father's death, you're off the hook for a while.
Doing great, Petey.
Obviously, you'll always wonder when he will suddenly regain the memory, but we'll probably have some good times between now and then.
Everything's coming up, Petey. And here's Mr. Particles.
Particle Man?
No.
Your favorite?
I clearly said Mr. Particles.
Your favorite They Might Be Giants song, Particle Man. Do you have a favorite They Might Be Giants song? Is it whatever song plays when the album's over and there's no song anymore?
Here's Mr. Sandman, the Sandman.
Bum, 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 bum,
He's
bum,
just-
bum, 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 bum,
He's just
bum.
undulating.
He's just a pile of sand, like you described.
He's having a weird time. All right, so now it's just a sand being that looks like Thomas Hayden Church, kind of.
Yeah.
But not a lot like Thomas Hayden Church.
Not yet. You know how much you hate sand being on you? Imagine being sand.
Would it be better or worse? Would I know that the sand was on me then? If I was sand? He looks like he's made of that Nickelodeon Floam.
Floam Man.
So he's just sand.
Yeah.
But he can also move sand around. No, there he is looking like Thomas Hayden Church again. That's weird.
He's emerging. Look.
Okay, so sometimes he's sand and sometimes he's man.
Sandman.
That was a very Sam Raimi moment when he tried to pull the drawer pull and it just came off. I feel like there's a lot of lead paint in Peter Parker's apartment.
Painted over and over and over.
Listen, I'm not saying that Mary Jane Watson's feelings aren't valid, but yeah, she's like very upset over this bad review.
It's like her first bad review.
Also, Ron Howard's daughter's up there. Does every young person in New York know each other? Do you think that Spider-Man would report to the crane out of control call? There's not crime happening.
Yeah. Maybe he knew it was going to be dangerous.
I do like the amount of Pepcid, Tums, gas medication, Pepto-Bismol on J. Jonah Jameson's desk is really funny.
This looks like your desk at your last job.
It does look like my desk at my last job. I really reduced my antacid consumption by like 97%. Now I just take it when I eat a big meal.
When you eat buffalo-style French fries.
Oh, God, they were so good. I missed that pizza place so bad.
Yeah, it closed. That made the good buffalo fries.
Oh, they were so good. They give you so much heartburn, though.
And it's hard to find because we're vegetarian, and these were buffalo-style fries, as they called them, so there was no chicken on them.
You literally could feel the heartburn going down.
Just a lot of hot sauce.
So much heartburn. Oh, it hurt. They really gave Topher Grace the most frosted 2007 hair I've ever seen. Look at it. Uh-oh. Peter Parker's gotten passed over for something that he wanted. Yep, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of his villain arc right here. Harry Osborn is fresh off of like a pretty debilitating injury. He briefly died. And Harry Osborn's like, all right, yeah, let's play basketball. Terrible idea. Oh, yeah, he doesn't know that he's been, like, pumping himself full of, like, green steroids or whatever the hell he's doing. He doesn't remember that he is the Green Goblin. He doesn't, yeah. All right.
Green Goblin
That's kind of
Jr..
fun. Kind of a
His,
fun...
like, reflexes are really good, and he doesn't know why.
Mary Jane was correct in kind of freaking out over this bad review because she has been fired from her gig.
After one performance.
And yet, she did not turn into a villain.
Now, look, Spider-Man gets to be gassed up now. He's getting the key to the city. They didn't give him the key to the city for all the hundreds of other times that he did stuff. But because he saved the police chief's daughter, he's getting the key to the city.
The Spider-Man pep rally.
Yeah.
What a freak Peter Parker is. He's just always so weird. As a unit, the Peter Parker, Mary Jane Watson couple, they do not communicate well. I think this is a central issue. This is a real problem. They really need to work on that if they're going to be a long-term couple. What? Why are they near a sand truck? That's silly. Where'd he get that shovel? All right, so here's the Sandman. He got huge. When he is the Sandman, he doesn't really look that much like Thomas Hayden Church.
No.
All right, now he's just flying away as like a dust bowl cloud. Harry Osborn's like, hey, I'm rich, MJ. This is not a good day for Mary Jane Watson, you know?
Yeah, Spider-Man's up there kissing Gwen Stacy. He didn't run that by MJ.
Because they don't communicate. His superpower is not communication. Oh, now they got sandblasted, these people.
Yeah, it should really be unpleasant.
Or highly exfoliating.
Wow, wait, they all look great now that he blew away.
It's like they've been to the Korean spa. pounds of dead skin are flying around in that cloud right now. Do you think Thomas Hayden Church has fake biceps on?
No, he looks good. I think he's in shape.
Can he like gum him up with his web secretion? Make him into kinetic sand? Make him real slow? Spider-Man, he's been bested and now he's full of sand. Oh, Peter Parker, read the room. Read the room, you little freak.
Time to propose.
Didn't even ask MJ how her day was. I know those fingers. Bruce Campbell's here. I just like that Sam Raimi likes to keep Bruce Campbell employed.
Yeah.
I like that they just let Bruce Campbell be silly. Don't hide anything in food or drink. Do not do it. Peter Parker's such a wackadoo. Maybe you should ask MJ how her day was before we do this.
Is she still employed?
I really think these two should go to couples therapy. I really do. I am genuinely laughing here. So he's waved at Gwen Stacy, but Bruce Campbell thinks this is the signal to bring over the champagne and the engagement ring and all of that. Listen, Mary Jane Watson is totally right. Peter Parker is embroiled in an emotional affair with Gwen Stacy. She's completely in the right here. I wouldn't want some dirty old ring in a champagne glass. Disgusting. If you're ever trying to give me jewelry, do not put it in food or drink. I will eat and drink it. Why would he pick out the murder sweater? Does he only own one sweater?
Yeah, Flint Marko apparently was wearing that sweater to murder Uncle Ben. He picked it out of his drawer when he broke back into his home. It's his favorite sweater.
It's probably a really great sweater.
You know, think of how you reacted when you saw it. He puts it on before every big occasion.
It's a really sassy, eye-catching sweater. Zoom in on it like that. Uh-oh.
Peter's
he's getting
brooding.
he's getting edgy. He was passed over for a job and his girlfriend isn't talking to him right now.
Because of his own poor decision-making.
Yeah. He's not getting exactly everything he wants right when he wants it.
It's not good when he's sleeping in the Spider-Man suit.
He's got his Spider-Man PJs on, having his angsty dream. There's this angsty little guy. Now we've got, what is it? Symbiote vision? We are the black blood throw up, and we are crawling upon Peter Parker. Ew. Here's Thomas Hayden Church looking like a ripped Steve from Blue's Clues. All right, so he's being consumed by his anger. So here's Spider-Man's new black suit.
His stylish new suit.
But it's just an alien.
Yeah.
Okay. This suit doesn't seem very safe, though. You know, it doesn't seem like it'd be very visible. Ah, yes, the old sand in the sewer trick. Peter Parker's just screaming a lot. Like, sir.
He's in his feelings.
I know. God forbid a man have feelings.
This man murdered his uncle.
A lot of visual effects here. A lot of zooming.
It's lucky that on this day where he's finally ready to murder bad guys, he's fighting a guy made of sand. If that was any of his other villains, he would have actually killed them.
Uh-oh. We've learned that he can't get wet. All right, so Thomas Hayden Church fell into a puddle, and now he's just a dribble castle. He's just a wet, sandy puddle. All right, here we go. Just gonna wash Flint Marko out into the East River. Can he just say, I'm not sand right now?
Doesn't seem to be an option.
I know. At several points, though,
sand.
he's been able to say, I am not sand.
I think he just
versus
is
I am
sand
sand
taking the form of a guy. I think he's always sand.
But how does he make himself colorful?
I don't know. Well, haven't you ever done sand art?
I guess.
In a little bear-shaped
like...
container?
Tyler, I just witnessed the emergence of Tobey Maguire's emo bang. He is going past a shattered mirror. Oh boy. And then he pulled his little bangs over his eyes because he's upset. Oh no, he's always shouting now. So Peter Parker was just a to his landlord, and he is getting every ounce of benefit of the doubt here. The landlord's like, oh, he's a good boy. He must be in trouble. Aunt May once again proving she is the OG. She is like, listen, we can't harbor hatred for this man who killed my absolute cutie of a husband. We just have to like move on, forgive, be like, listen, I can't harbor this kind of like anger. Aunt May's been to therapy, I think. Oh no, she had to become a singing waitress. The worst possible thing that could happen to anyone ever. I do like the juxtaposition of whiny emo Peter Parker, where he's like, one bad thing happened to me. This sucks. I'm gonna become evil. And then it's like, oh man, have you ever just tried like being a woman, Peter? Any woman who becomes a villain makes total sense. I actually like this detail that Harry Osborn has taken up painting. He's just happily painting in his apartment.
Chill dude now. He got his amnesia. He's just a happy guy.
Yeah, just be rich, Harry. He inherited probably millions and millions of dollars, more wealth than he would ever need.
Why were they in the same school growing up?
It was a magnet school. Kirsten Dunst, stay away from James Franco. Has Harry Osborn ever cooked anything before? That's my question.
He's doing a good job.
He got whacked on the head and all of a sudden he can cook. Bernard's like, Oh no, I'm out of a job. Mary Jane's in the round toe kitten heel that had us all in a chokehold in 2006. I definitely had a pair. Let's not lie to ourselves.
What time is it? They're making an omelet?
Tyler, any time can be omelet time if you have a head injury.
He just tried to flip the omelet and it fell out. Very realistic. Yeah, Harry Osborn could just finance a play on Broadway and put Mary Jane in it, no matter how bad of an actress she is.
You can't kiss the Green Goblin like that. Harry Osborn's like, no, I was hit on the head. I don't remember. Are we boyfriend, girlfriend? I think we might be. Aha. Get out of here, Kirsten. Get out of here, Mary Jane. Run away. Where do you think Willem Dafoe got those cheekbones from? Like, do you think they're enhanced surgically? Or do you think he's just cut that way?
That's genetics, baby.
Like, cut from a diamond. Look at him. Lock your door, girl. I always forget that Peter's the building super's landlord's daughter's name is Ursula. She's adorable. Ursula's like so stinking cute. You could do worse than Ursula, you know? She's always like making him a cake. It's always nice to him. She's always rooting for Peter. Even when he's literally calling Mary Jane, he's like, do it. She's like always gassing him up, you know? She's like, do it. Call her. You can do it, Peter. All right, so Harry Osborn's first act as the reborn Green Goblin was like, Mary Jane, you have to go break up with Peter.
Actually doing them both a favor, I think.
I know, but it's so high school, right? It's like, all right, I'm an evil villain. You got to go break up with Peter.
Your boyfriend.
Peter, read the room.
Oh, no.
Peter's got the ring out. Peter's going nuts. It did not work.
Yeah, it's a bad play.
Read the room, Pete. Read the bridge. Read the park.
Here's Harry watching from the shadows. I'm so evil.
Yeah, I gotta say, I know it's sad that Peter and Mary Jane broke up, but they were not communicating well for the entirety of the movie.
Yeah, he still doesn't. He just found out from Harry that she got fired from that play.
He's really brooding a lot, and we are seeing it in 360 degrees. The camera just rotated fully all around his head.
Here's Harry having his villainous martini. Uh-oh, you can see that hair from here.
Oh, yeah, the evil hair. Look, it just keeps getting longer. It's really bad. Who in the writer's room was like, okay, how are we going to show that Peter Parker is slipping further and further into villainy? And it's like, what if we just made his hair go over his eyes a little bit more every time? In a few scenes, he's not going to be able to see.
At this rate.
He's going to be completely blinded. Where was he hiding that dagger? Is Peter Parker supposed to look like villainous and intimidating here? Because he just looks silly. Looks like a silly little boy with this hair. Oh no, not the flying snowboard. They definitely have a lot of eyeliner on Tobey Maguire as well. Look at him. You remember when you took me to go see that Spider-Man movie in the movie theater and all the Spider-Mans came out? What was that one called?
Oh, Spider-Man No Way Home.
It's Spider-Man Days of Future Past. Mm-hmm. You took me to see that, and then all the Spider-Man guys showed up, and then I was scared because I felt like people were going to start ripping the seats out of the theater because they were so excited.
Losing their when Andrew Garfield and then when Tobey Maguire showed up.
Are they also dyeing Tobey Maguire's hair? Like, it's much darker,
right?
It's
like black now.
He looks kind of like Jack White, doesn't he? Right? I don't know if they're using like a lot of wet look gel or what. Is anyone gonna like have like some kind of Peter Parker based intervention here where it's Peter, we've really noticed like a massive change in your personality in the past, like, I don't know, week or so. Like, we are concerned about you.
You either
Peter.
are on drugs recently or got brain damage.
Has had like some kind of like acute onset of some mental illness, right? Like, somebody needs to check on Peter.
He's pushed everyone away, you know? Nobody wants to bother with him. Hey, look, Eddie Brock just lost something. He won it. Let's see how he reacts to that.
Ursula, stay away from evil Peter. Look, she literally is like feeding him cookies into his mouth, and he's like, yeah, give me some milk with that. Arr, arr.
She's thrilled.
What is this? What is
Here
this?
Here he is dancing down the street.
The hair just keeps getting longer.
He just did a great hair flip, too.
He's doing like a little hair toss. Peter just could have gone to therapy and things would have been fine, you know? He could have learned to be more assertive without being an asshole. I just can't tell if they know what they're making here. You know what I mean?
I think they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they know that it's
Sam
like...
Raimi's like a master of camp.
That's true. He is very campy. That's true.
It's a really weird fit for this movie, but I do believe that they made exactly what they wanted to.
That's true.
With these
within
bizarre
the parameters.
dance moves.
Yeah, that's true. I do think that Sam Raimi knows he's making something campy.
If you're going to do the Venom symbiote thing, it's like you have to show that Peter Parker's personality has changed for the worse. universe.
Yes.
So you only have so many ways to do that, and they've gone real weird with it.
It's the Peter Parker equivalent of Bruce Campbell trapped under a bookshelf.
Yeah.
It's like every time he comes out of the sand, he has to relearn that he has a kid. He always is like staring at it and is like,
There's the locket.
Oh, come on, Peter.
Oh, yeah. He's going out with Gwen Stacy.
And he's going to where?
Oh, no. Mary
The
Jane's
jazz
restaurant?
room,
That's
where Mary
rough.
Jane has to work as a singing waitress, which, as we've discussed, is the worst fate possible for anyone.
All right, and here's Eddie Brock, who they went by it pretty quick earlier, but he said he was dating Gwen Stacy, but he really went on a date with her. So he's got his own weird entitlement, creepy issues.
Also, Peter Parker is still on a very limited budget, right? Like, he's like slipping like $20 to the hostess to get them a table. Peter.
I mean, he did negotiate his salary at the Daily Bugle because he's assertive now and an asshole.
You can be assertive without being an asshole. Gwen Stacy, you're a smart young lady. Why are you going out with this little creep? All right. The Raimis know exactly what they are making. You're right. Damn. All right. So Peter Parker just ran up to the piano and is now jamming out on the piano. Has he ever played the piano before? We don't know. Now he's doing dance moves.
Like, people make fun of this movie, but this is pretty fun.
There was a moment there. Rewind like, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes in this supercut where I was like, do they know what they're doing here? They absolutely do. This is absolutely silly. It's so silly. And if you think it's not silly on purpose, like you yourself are silly, you know?
And what's interesting is he didn't want to make the Venom movie, but all of this is only because of the Venom plotline. So it's great that it's almost like you're going to make me make this movie. I'm going to make it as silly as I want.
Real camp,
right?
yeah.
Like this wouldn't have been in his version.
No, yeah.
Because there was no Venom.
Has Tobey Maguire blinked once in the last 20 minutes? Look at him. Oh, there he goes. He blinked a little. Damn, Peter's out here hitting women. Somebody really should do a little Peter intervention.
Petervention.
The
worst part is he gets to be off the hook completely for all of his poor behavior.
Oh, yeah, because he's like,
he gets
was
to blame
that
it on an
symbiote?
alien.
Yeah.
An alien goo.
I wasn't evil because I was denied something I wanted. You ever think people think that Peter Parker is like Mormon? That he's wearing that special magic underwear underneath his clothes? But his is Spider-Man
why is his top
themed.
button always buttoned so high? Climbed all the way up to that steeple to brood.
A lot of brooding in this movie. Just brooding and brooding. Eddie Brock is here. He's literally praying in church and he's like, God, can you please kill Peter Parker? Peter is now fighting with the suit.
You know, it's like trying to take a wet bathing suit off.
Oh my God. Have you ever been in a pool and you're like, all right, I got to go to the bathroom. I've put it off long enough. And you get out of the pool, you dry yourself off as best you can. And then you pad into the bathroom and then you try to take a one-piece bathing suit off and use the bathroom and then put it back on. It's literally one of the hardest things that I've ever done. It's horrendous. Horrible. So the goo is deserting Peter Parker because I guess in theory, Eddie Brock is feeling like a lot of hatred and the goo responds to the anger.
Yeah.
The goo is really not graphic, but like very gooey. Did Peter Parker run home in the nude?
He swang home in the nude with his webbing.
He definitely was nude on the way home. Aunt May is here, and hopefully she's going to take him somewhere for inpatient treatment. I'm going to go ahead and say the campy part was absolutely my favorite part of this movie. Far and away. Do not care about Thomas Hayden Church. Do not care about Topher Grace.
You just want to see Tobey Maguire dancing in a club.
I just want to see dumb camp. All right, so Eddie Brock was not any kind of superhero, but now he's like Spider-Man, but with big teeth. But now he has like spider powers. It's very confusing.
Eddie Brock literally lost one job because Peter Parker correctly showed that he was a fraud. And he's like, I'm going to murder him. Seems like a bit overkill.
Maybe call first, Peter. You literally just hit Mary Jane in the face. Showing up at her apartment is not the right move.
Outside her window.
It's not the right move. Perhaps offer to meet at a neutral location. Allow her to bring a friend.
Poor Mary Jane. She's been kidnapped and attacked by two of Spider-Man's villains and by Peter Parker himself in this film already.
Yeah, one of whom was her friend. It's bad. All right, so now Harry's sad. Oh, he was burned.
He's got a slight scar.
Bernard, could we have possibly shared this information maybe 20 minutes earlier?
Yeah, Harry's butler is like, Spider-Man's telling you the truth about how your dad died. I've known this all along.
I've seen some real up in the 50 years that I've worked here. Do you want to hear about it? Oh, okay, you're gone. Never mind. I just think that maybe Harry Osborn and Peter Parker can't move beyond this, you know? Maybe time for Peter to, like, I don't know, go pursue a graduate program in a different city. Just, like, start over, you know? Just rest. Got that busy spider music coming. I just feel like Peter Parker and Eddie Brock both got recruited into the manosphere in this movie. Like, don't you feel like that?
Yeah.
All right, here's these two Spider-Mans fighting. You ever think that Spider-Man's web sacks are full of babies?
No, I have never thought that.
Okay.
Now I will. Now I'll always wonder. Uh-oh, he's on sand.
No, get off the sand. Peter, you got to look at the substrate upon which you are standing. It's a big old construction site, sir. Now we got giant man here. Absolutely enormous Thomas Hayden Church is here. I don't know. I just feel like I would be suspicious if my abuser showed up to do a big public rescue. You know, the man who literally days ago smacked me in the face.
At work.
Yeah, I'd be like, I just don't know. I don't think I want to be saved by you. He's going to like make the Sandman in a glass. Is that the plan? Just like melt him? Oh,
yeah,
yep,
look.
it sure is.
But now the glass shards are raining down on everyone.
Look, they're gliding on the power of friendship.
This is like when you see two kids sharing an electric scooter.
Yeah, they had to snowboard down the down the Sandman.
Radical.
I do kind of like how the Sandman is like gathering extra construction site debris. Like he's got cinder blocks in him. He looks like dirty construction site sand. You know, he kind of looks like spoiler alert, the end of The Substance.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Right? He's like kind of malformed. He's crumbling. Is he just tired? Like the symbiote can be taken down by wind chimes. It's like sonorous ringing, the sound of a bell, the sound of pipes hitting the ground. Damn, Harry Osborn took that snowboard with blades on it straight to the chest.
These Osborn men and their gliders.
I know. Well, and it's also like why? You don't really particularly like Peter anymore, you know?
I think Harry Osborn's...
Is he like, I'm ugly now? I have nothing to live for.
maybe all the decisions he's made over the last few years have made him, now that he's kind of having his redemption arc, he might not want to live with himself for his actions. But it could also be that he's ugly now, yes.
All right, they're going to defeat Venom with sound.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
They're creating some kind of cage made out of sound. Peter, what are you doing? Smack a pipe. All right, so Eddie Brock couldn't live without the manosphere. He threw himself into the grenade symbiote situation.
If I were Sandman, I'd be like, that's my cue to leave. No, don't worry about me.
I'm just a guy in a striped shirt. I'm just chilling. All right, they're like trying to introduce the like ethical question of, do we kill? Is it okay if we kill someone because we're trying to like steal to make money to treat our medically complex daughter? It just feels like too little too late here, right?
Yeah.
Like this is not woven throughout the narrative in the way that it was in X-Men, you know?
The ethics of this movie.
Yeah. Peter, just go to therapy, man. You don't have to become the symbiote. All right. Spider-Man has discovered the power of forgiveness. Oh, and Thomas Hayden Church just dissolved. Why? Is he just done? Is he just like, I'm going to just go be sand?
I think he'll recorporate again.
You think?
Although maybe it's nice to just be a sand cloud.
I think I would like it. If I could be a sand cloud from like 2025 to 2028, I'd probably be fine. Just an amorphous, unaware sand cloud.
Hey, pal, how you doing?
Peter Parker just asked Harry Osborn, hey, buddy, how you doing? He is literally dying. All right, get well soon, buddy. It's taking Harry Osborn like a pretty long time to die. Like perhaps if he had received some medical attention,
He might have made it out of this.
he might have made it out of this. It's taken him like 20 minutes. Who do you think was in charge of planning Harry's funeral? Like, do you think it was his butler?
Yeah.
I'm glad that the butler planned a moody as funeral for him. You know something endearing about Kirsten Dunst?
Her teeth.
I really like them. I think they're great.
She has normal people teeth.
She's regular
She doesn't
person
have
teeth.
weird veneers.
It's very endearing. I don't know what her teeth look like today, but her 2006 teeth, very endearing. Kirsten is just trying to work. Mary Jane Watson is just trying to work. Peter Parker keeps turning up, slapping her, removing her from her work post. It's very disruptive. She's going to get fired. I swear to God, if Peter Parker asks her to marry him at her place of work during their first moment together after he backhanded her, I'm going to lose my mind. Don't you do it, Peter. Don't you dare.
I have a request. My girlfriend will be coming, and I have this ring.
Hello. Oh, so you want to pop the question tonight, huh?
Yes, and I want to do something very special.
I love it. Romance. I am French.
When I signal you, if you'd bring some champagne with the ring.
In the bottom of her glass?
Perfect.
Magnifique.
Also, I thought at the same time, if the musicians would play this song.
Their favorite.
And take good care of the ring.
Oui, with my life, monsieur.
Here we are.
Spider-Man 3, does it deserve the flack that it gets?
I'm going to tell you, the best part of this movie was the campy, silly, when Peter Parker became evil. Everything else I could take or leave. The absolute super fun camp of that was excellent. The rest of the movie, you're right. Too many villains, too much going on.
Yeah, like Eddie Brock doesn't become Venom until like...
There's like 20 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah, it's right before the final confrontation. That's a bit rushed. For someone that we've never seen before, like maybe if he was seeded into the other movies or something, you know.
Feels like there were a lot of ideas here. And I just think because there were so many ideas, not all of the ideas got done in the best way, you know?
I always felt that also it was a little too neat and tidy that, oh, we're going to meet the Sandman in this movie. Oh, and he's the guy that killed your uncle that you never realized was there before. That kind of stuff always bothers me in sequels. Like he was there the whole time. Like, I mean, if he had been there in that scene in the first one, I could get with it. But the fact that it's kind of like reverse engineered always annoys me. Whatever. I know it's a Spider-Man movie. But like, so that guy who's so emotionally important to Peter Parker just happens to turn into a villain in this, you know? I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah, it was fine. I wasn't too upset that we were watching it.
It is much worse than those first two,
yeah,
though, huh?
It does
They're
drag
pretty good
a
movies.
bit. I got a second wind when we got to the campy stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's, I mean, also the question is just like, how many of these could you make? You know,
lot.
like,
You can
it's
make
not
a
their
lot
fault
of
that
them.
the third sequel is not as good. Like, it's hard to just keep making Spider-Man movies, you know, and keeping everyone's interest. I don't know. All right. So, Spider-Man 3, what was better, X-Men 3 or Spider-Man 3?
I'm going to say X-Men 3 was better.
X-Men
3. Pokemon. I'm going to say X-Men 3 was better. I just felt like it had a stronger narrative backbone.
Yeah, because they touch on it here, and Peter Parker really lays it on thick at the end in the narration of like,
he's like,
you always
I
can
learned
make a
how
decision.
to forgive.
Yeah, because it's like, whatever, you know, he's making bad decisions, but he's also kind of brain controlled when he does, so you really, there is no lesson.
Kinda, I don't know.
X-Men 3 definitely has a stronger philosophical backbone. All right, so two superhero sequels that are not well loved. Both were
okay.
Not as bad as I think they're made out to be sometimes.
No, yeah. And Aunt May's the GOAT, so anytime you get to see her.
Good old Rosemary
She's the
Harris.
best. She's just so cute. She's just so cute. I love her.
Tune in next week. See you guys.
Hey, stick around. It's gonna start again in a couple minutes.
Let's hear it for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man!
Jigs up, pal. I'm the sheriff around these parts. Whoa, Spidey. Love the new outfit.
Awesome!
Where do all these guys come from? Still got the moves.
You are such a nerd.
PG-13, May 4th.